Hey y'all, back again. And remember y'all, like, comment, subscribe. We're building a family, like I always say, and you can hit me up, leave something in the comments or whatever you feel and we'll talk. I know it's been some time that I've been on here. I've been crazy and I'm in New York right now. And yeah, just trying to get my life. But I hope everyone is well. I hope that everyone's been literally tapping into their selves and their inner selves and everything. I know life is crazy right now, but yeah, life is crazy for me too, mentally at some times. Where I am living now, I have to do an update on that. So I will do an update on that in Miami. But yeah, guys, I wanted to get into a few tips. A lot of girls and like young girls have always asked me like, what's a few tips that you've had for a breakup? And I am a connoisseur at this because I've dated so many people, from like just the industry to normal to, so, I've been through it all. And I'm still young. I'm still at a very young age, but I've been through a lot of stuff. I wanted to give a lot of tips on how to really get over a breakup and really level up and move past all the nonsense and the bull, okay? If you don't know, if you do know, I was in a 7-year relationship, okay? I was engaged at one point, and in this relationship, he was in the industry, and I was younger, so I was just like navigating through life, and he was showing me a totally different lifestyle. And within this lifestyle came with, girls, fast money, clothes, cars, homes, different locations, you name it. I've seen it all, okay? I mean, I've been in the industry after that too, but this was a prime time of my life. And with that came a lot of insecurities, cheating, this, that, and the third. It got to a point, I remember this vividly this night. I might do like a full story time on my full relationship at that point. But if you didn't see the BBL video, this is the ex, okay? So it got to a certain point that I came home. We just got back from vacation, okay? We got back from vacation. And I get a message in my request box from another female asking if I am so-and-so's girlfriend. And I said, yes. Why? I already knew something was wrong, okay? I already knew something was wrong. When your intuition goes up, yeah, something's wrong. This was the like a millionth time I was going through craziness with this one man, okay? I was going through hell and back at this time. So it got to a point where I couldn't do it anymore. And there was one night that I was sleeping and I knew he was with her. I knew it, and I was blowing up his phone. I called him about, like, I swear to God, like 100 times. Like, I called him like 100 times. And I knew he was with her or whatever. And I literally crashed out. I'll get into that whole full story like later on. But yeah, it was bad. When I tell you I went into the craziest and deepest, darkest depression of my life. I went into a really bad depression and no one knew. Like, no one knew. I didn't want to talk about it or anything like that. I really wanted to, I lost myself. So I wanted to find myself in a sense. As I tried to do that, it was a process. And don't listen when people say, oh, it's easy, get over him, just go outside, this, that, and the third. No, that's not how it works. Like, remember, when you've been with a person and like you built a certain connection and a bond with a person, and there's like a sense of a soul tie there, you have to really regroup and analyze your entire life and your existence, at this point. And that's what I had to do personally. I had to really step back. It was the hardest thing in the world because, yeah, of course, you're human. You're still gonna look at what they do, even though if they're blocked or, you took them off as a friend, whatever. You're still going to look, at certain stuff and be nosy because you were with this person like this person knows you in and out. You're with this person, you're living with this person, or, you know, whatever the circumstances is, it's not that easy to get over. And in this generation, you would think, okay, because social media, whatever, you have different options. You know, you can have different options, but you're still going to be in love with that person. So this is what I did, okay? This is from my experience because we were together for so long, okay? What I did is I channeled everything out. I channeled out all the noise. I did go ghost from my friends. I went ghost from my friends. I isolated myself from family. I had to, because nothing was healing my heart. Like I was broken. I was broken inside out, whatever. So I got 2 jobs. I stayed focused, and I worked at Tory Burch, a luxury department store. And I worked at this camp that I went to, very elite, high prestigious camp that I went to even as a child. I went there. A lot of celebrities kids went there. Russell Simmons kids went there. I used to see Kamora Lee Simmons drop off, Ming and what's the other one? Aoki. Yeah, I used to see them drop them off, and the whole nine. Eddie Murphy's kids went there, Dame Dash kids, Jim Jones kids, a lot of actors, actresses, basketball players. I'm actually friends with the daughter still to this day. He's a huge NBA player, Hall of Famer, Patrick Ewing. I'm still like cool with his daughter. She's so dope, and we were really good friends back at this camp. So yeah, so I worked there. I got my money up. I leveled up. I was stacking, racking, whatever. And I just really went into hustle mode. When you hustle and you have different stuff going on for you, and you planning out your life of what you see, because yeah, you know, you thought that person was going to be in your future, but it didn't pan out. So you got to make yourself have your own beautiful future. You know what I'm saying? Like, and never double back. If this person did you so wrong and you feel like you cannot work towards anything for the future, cut them out for good. Like, make sure if they try to reach out to you, if they try to hit you up. He tried to hit me up so many times and reach out to me. I wasn't having it because you caused so much damage. So my thing is, block them. Really force yourself. That don't even make no fake pages, no whatever. If you have a fake page on the person anyway, delete that fake page. Delete that fake page. Delete that fake page. Block every number. If you have to change your number, change your number. Don't get sucked back in. Change your number. Level up. Seriously, level up. When your mind is on different things and things that are benefiting you for the time being, and you going to get to that level, that next step, that's what you got to do. Do not back to that person that caused you so much heartache and damage. You're only going to damage yourself in the long run. Imagine, I always say to myself, imagine if I ever had kids with this person. Imagine how life would be. I would be miserable. Okay? So you got to really work towards being the best version of you. Being the best version of you. Do not let none of these people, partners, take you down. Work. Do your business. Study, go to school, whatever. I know it might be distracting. You know, if you're thinking about the person, don't let them overpower your mind. Don't let them overpower you. Don't let them do it. It's all a psychological game at the end of the day, okay? And that's not with all men. It's not with all men. I don't know what's going on with this generation, but a lot of men are psychologically, I don't know, they're not really there. I don't know what to say. They're just not really there. So, but yeah, guys, like I said, hustle, do the work, do the self-work, journal, write down things that you love about yourself, do affirmations, for yourself. Write down literal things that you think will build you up and your purpose in life and what you see for yourself. Once you really have goals and you're goal oriented, none of that extra stuff is going to matter. You're not going to think about the person. You're not going to think about certain memories or whatever, you know? You have to let it take its course, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. It took me, I'm not gonna lie, it took me like 3 years to get back to normal. And I was dating in the midst or whatever, but I still always thought about him, you know? But you have to take your time. Take your time. If you have to cry, cry. If you have to soak, soak. That's just life. That's how it works. We're human. At the end of the day, we're human. Like, it's human nature. So it's like, you know, y'all have to really tap in with your inner selves and do the work spiritually, physically, mentally. And that's really it. That's all. That's what I did. I worked. I took crazy shifts. I worked, I stacked up, and I got to a certain point where I leveled up. And that's just what it is. And I moved on, and I never looked back. Never looked back. That's it. So yeah, guys, but I'll probably get into like the full thing of what happened with us. It's just too many sequels. It's too many sequels to it. But yeah. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys.